Namaskar, good morning, Ram Ram. Welcome to your own channel ACS 2. And today we are here with one of the most important videos of the year 2024. That is a Saturn going combust. How it will impact all 12 ascendant. People are in very much, worrying, scaring. But Akash is here. Let's welcome Akash Chauhanji from Calgary, Canada. He will help all 12 ascendants to come out of this fear thing. Namaskar, Ram Ram Akash.
Namaskar, Rohitji, Ram Ram. So, whenever a planet like Saturn is being just dictated that Saturn is going combust, so there is a big opportunity for everyone to make people scared and things like that. Okay, because astrologers make mostly money out of Saturn, Rahu, and Ketu only. But we have to understand that Saturn is the most important part of the universe, and discipline is that part. Okay, if there was no discipline, there would have not been day and night, there would have not been seasons. Because of the discipline in the world, these all things happen. Now, when we talk about Saturn combust, so what is a combustion, right, Rohitji? Here, when sun combusts Saturn, it means that sun is very close to Saturn in the sky, potentially within a few degrees, and especially 15 degrees. When it comes 15 degrees very near towards uh, uh, Saturn or any other planet, it combusts. Now, if we talk about sun, it represents ego, vitality, self of sense, and whereas Saturn symbolizes discipline, responsibility, and limitations. So both have a very distinct kind of a area of work. In the Parashara Hora Shastra, it is written that Sun and Saturn both are malefics. Okay, Sun, even being the king, the main source of light for the whole solar system for us, it is still considered a malefic. That means because of the problem of ego that Sun has within itself. Here, when such kind of things happen, such kind of instances happen, so there is negative and positive both things happening. So negative thing is not like Saturn is going to destroy you completely, but the positive effect of Saturn will go little, like diminish in your life. The diminished influence of Saturn will be there. The strong radiance of sun can overwhelm the influence of Saturn, making energy less prominent and visible in your life. That means this can lead to, qualities like discipline, qualities like following some things, qualities like, righteousness, a little bit challenged in your life. Sense of helplessness can come. Now, because anything related to Saturn, if you're talking anything related to law and order, anything related to labor, anything related to, karma, that is work, some kind of work that you are trying to achieve, here you may become little slow because that sense of helplessness will come because the power of Saturn is not so active right now in the sky or in your life. Especially all the Taurus ascendant, Libra ascendant, Aquarius, Capricorn, Virgo, Gemini, where Saturn is very supposed to be very positive. Here there will be more challenges faced by them, and especially in the area related to discipline and related to work. Now, if we talk about ego also, though the ego-driven nature of Sun can clash with Saturn's disciplined and structured approach. So you now need to, if see, what is astrology, we know that there is light in that tunnel, right? That what you can see if there is anything that is wrong. Here, Saturn completely demands patience, perseverance, and your self-expression should not go out of disciplinary area. That is what it means. Now, these are some of the effects where Saturn becomes helpless and it cannot do its daily function. Okay, so school starts at 9 a.m. every day. That is discipline, right? All the kids have to reach at 9. They have to. Same way, this time discipline will be a little bit challenged. You'll say, "Oh, it is 9:15. Does not matter. I will." So that kind of ignorance can come when Saturn becomes combust. But on the positive side, okay, your inner strength and resilience, there will be a lot of inner strength and resilience as you confront and overcome Saturn's challenges, leading to personal growth and maturity. So always no one will handhold you, right? Even Saturn is not going to handhold you. It will give you certain opportunities in your life when it becomes weaker. Like, for example, just give you an example: father, mother, The moment we are born, they will hold our hand, let us cross the road, then they will help us, and one day we will be all on our own. And that is not that they have stopped caring about you, it is just that they feel that you are now mature and take decisions yourself. That is what Saturn in this state can do to you. Your focus and determination, on the other hand, is going to be very, very good in terms of pursuing long term goals and your ambitions. Your reflection and self discipline, this is a time of awareness within yourself, that even if the planetary position or even if the circumstances around me does not require discipline, but still, how do I cultivate greater self discipline? This, it is so easy and so logical to understand that when a powerful planet, when your parents suddenly withdraw from you and say that now you're on your own. Every day they used to come to drop you to the school, but then when you reach ninth grade and 10th grade, they say, okay, now you can go alone, because we now trust that you have matured enough to take decisions. So that is what Saturn is going to be doing for a very, for till 18th of March.
That means, Akashji, we can correlate this thing that for like 38 days or 37 days, whatever it is, the teacher is not going to class. Students are there, but there is one CCTV camera. Students forget about this CCTV camera, and those who are smart and disciplined students, they are doing very good things. And those who, there is no teacher for these days, let's enjoy. And
Exactly.
now, when the teacher will come after 38 days and see the footage of that CCTV camera, what which are doing now, they will, he will punish that students, and those who are very disciplined, he will reward that student. This is like this type of
Exactly. Exactly. This is a time of test. This is a time of
test.
test. Especially, and this is a reason because it is not a very normal event. Saturn gets combust every year, but here it is getting combust, especially in Mool Trikon. Exactly at 13 degrees 46 minutes. It will be at 13 degrees 46 minutes on 11th of um, uh, February when it will be getting combust. So if you so Rohit, dating back to another story which I want to tell here, which I have not, I thought I will tell you in the Saturn and Sun enters the house of Saturn. I'll just give you a small brief about it. When first time Sun was entering Saturn's sign, Saturn got really scared because he said he's the most. Everyone knows Sun is the most powerful being. You know, it is the most biggest what do you say, entity in the solar system, and other, like Saturn and other planets revolve around the sun does not revolve over anyone, so everyone needs the energy that is coming from the sun. That's why Sun has ego and self, what you say, he's like self obsessed that I am the one who's giving light to everyone. So when Sun was coming to Saturn's house, and Saturn was scared, Saturn always prays to Lord Shiva. And Saturn prayed to Lord Shiva that, Lord Shiva, now Sun is coming to my zodiac, and I am here in Mool Trikon at 17 degrees and such minutes. What do I do? When Sun entered, Saturn was completely scared. Sun was completely into wraith because Sun hated Saturn. And then that time Lord Shiva came in between both of them and explained Sun that Saturn is your child. He's your vansh. That means he's from your blood. He's come from your blood. And only because his mother was Chaya, a shadow, he was born in darkness, and he's dark in that complexion only. Otherwise, there is nothing else. It's not like Chaya Mata went out of your out of relationship and did something else. Then Sun realized that he has done such a big mistake by always cornering Saturn down. And that's why I always say that whenever Sun or Saturn, like if Saturn is more than 17 18 degrees in your chart, and if it is aspected by Sun, or it is aspected or sitting in the house of Sun, then there is no problem. Then your Saturn is positive with Sun. There is no problem because the problem has already ended. It has been revealed that Sun and Saturn are together, and that is when Saturn and Sun become together, and they start their harmonious relationship, because Saturn also understands where Sun was coming from, and Sun also understands what mistake it has done. So both come into balance. I will tell that story with proper brief in the video that we are going to make about Sun enters Saturn's house from 15th of this month. But overall, Roji, this is a time of combustion, where Sun may present challenges, it also offers opportunities for growth, self discovery, and personal empowerment. By embracing Saturn's lessons with patience and perseverance, individual can emerge stronger and more resilient in face of adversity. Exactly, simple, Rohiji, you have nailed it. A school has many students. You all have homework they have to do. There is CCTV. If you do it, it will be recorded. If you don't do it, you will be punished. Simple as that. End of the story. This is what Saturn combust means simply.
And I think Akashji, as you told, that the most affected people will be the people who are going through Saturn Mahadasha and Antardasha.
Saturn Mahadasha Antardasha Sadesati. So Sadesati wise, they will suddenly feel there is no Sadesati at all. They will feel,
Yes.
yeah, we are now winning, everything is done. There is no problem because Saturn is completely powerless. So Sadesati people will say that this is the best time. Very good for them also. That some of the problems that they are going through, some of the issues that they are going through, some are waiting for their job offer, some things are getting delayed, not happening, may happen very soon for them. So it is blessing in disguise, That is what it is. Anyways, moving on, we will talk about all the 12 signs in details about combust of Saturn, and especially start with Aries ascendant. Here, Saturn is in Mool Trikon sign in your 11th house. 11th house is the house that is related to your social connections, your gains, your, what you say, your goals, that what kind of goals do you want to achieve. Now, here, because for Aries ascendant, especially because it is aspecting, the third aspect is on the Lagna, it can teach the value of patience and the rewards of persistence. This is the time that the patience that you kept for a longer period of time, it will be rewarded now. It will encourage to develop more mature and strategic approach of overcoming obstacles, ultimately leading to long-term success. Because this is the time that Saturn is clearly screaming that, this is the time that I am not in power. And if I am not in power, my aspects also are not in power. Saturn, wherever it sits, does not create big trouble. Wherever it aspects, it creates big trouble. Saturn, Jupiter, wherever it sits, it can create trouble because it can create little bit of abundance. If, for example, if Jupiter is sitting in the 12th house for you, it will create your expenses go more higher. Saturn, what happens wherever Saturn sits, it make that area very cold. That make that area very chilled out. Like, okay, I am sitting here, let's chill here. Don't worry about it. Where I am looking, I will not leave them. That's why we say drishti of Saturn is very, very bad. Your Saturn is aspecting your first house. So your self-confidence is what is going to be restored again. If you were feeling underconfident, if you're feeling that no, nothing is happening in that area in my life, I am completely slow, nothing is working out, suddenly things will start working very fast for you. In terms of education, because Saturn is also aspecting your fifth house, in terms of education, in terms of romantic relationship, in terms of relationship that is related to your children, things will suddenly improve. And that improvement is the test for you, that how you take it. Like some people, whenever something improves, they start exploiting that thing. Like money. If money comes to you, immediately you start exploiting money. That, okay, let me buy a car, let me buy this, that. So Saturn is closely watching how and if you are exploiting it or not. And the other aspect, the main aspect that is going, the 10th aspect is going on the 8th house, which is related to a lot of occult, lot of spirituality, lot of sudden ups and downs, accidents, or sudden events that happen in your life, inheritances, shared resources, partnerships, money from partnerships, gains from partnerships, gains from some kind of litigation. Here you will see a very major breakthrough, and some positive good news is supposed to be coming to you. So for Aries ascendant people, this is how the placement of Saturn is, and this is my little bit of analysis positively. Only the thing is that CCTV is on. If you do wrong, you will be captured, and later when Saturn comes into power, you will be punished. If you do right, you will be rewarded suddenly. Many people, Rohiji, I've seen so many social media videos that a child is crossing the road and CCTV is capturing. Suddenly, a guy comes and holds and runs away, and then that cut to we see that president is giving him bravery award. So that is what CCTV. It was very unexpected, but it is also seen that okay, you are doing a robbery and running away, and your number plate comes in the in the CCTV, and suddenly police comes to your house. So there are two. Everyone thinks that we are doing something, no one is watching. Everything is being watched, noted down with each and every minute and details. Everything is being noted. So do the best, and best will come to you. One simple remedy whenever Saturn is combust, whenever you want the power of Saturn, second to Saturn is always Lord Hanumanji. Hanumanji and Saturn's power is one and the same. Just imagine that, because both are about bhaktis. Saturn is about bhakti of Lord Shiva as well as bhakti of humanity, that it wants to create discipline and righteousness. Same way, Hanumanji has the power of bhakti and Shakti both. Here, praying to Lord Hanumanji, making Hanuman Chalisa your priority is going to be very positive for all the Aries ascendant people. I hope that this transit, this happening in the celestial world brings a lot of joy and happiness to you. Those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe and write subscribe below so that we know that you're a part of our family, new family member. And there is a WhatsApp link in the description. If you want to personally talk to me and discuss your chart, you are more than welcome to do that. For Taurus ascendant people, Rohitji, now Saturn is the most yoga karka planet in Taurus ascendant people. The most lovely people in the world are Taurus ascendant people. Here, if you see, Saturn is getting combust in the 10th house. You know, suddenly there are two Saturns here. Rohitji, you put two Saturns in the 10th house.
Oh,
Anyways, yeah, it is placebo effect happening. Saturn.
let's see.
Saturn. Okay, so Saturn is getting combust, especially in the 10th house for you. And 10th house is the house of your career. Now, getting something, some kind of such big energy, and Yoga Karka planet, Yoga Karka, 9th house, Bhagyastan, that is the lord of your destiny, and the lord of your 10th house, the lord of your karma, getting combust or getting powerless means that this is the time to reassess your career goals, your ambitions. You have to align with paths that there should be long term vision that you should have in your career area. This is during this time, this is the main focus that you should have. Understand that Saturn, wherever it will sit, it will make that place chilled out, cool. Now, according to Rohitji, one thing which happened in Canada today 4,800 people were laid off by the biggest company in Canada called Bell. My wife works with a company called PwC. People were laid off in PwC. Now there is going to be some kind of problem that is going to start coming as soon as Rahu gains more degrees in Pisces. Lots and lots people will have little bit of challenges in their work area also, in Taurus ascendant also. Depends on your work in Dasha and Antardasha. So that is why this is the time to become serious. This is the time to become more ethical, more hardworking. Do not see, this time Saturn will become completely weak, will give you a free hand in your career area. You will feel that no one is watching you. There is no one watching you in the career area, that you are doing, it's okay, I'm just working at 10%, ability does not matter. But if by chance suddenly your dasha antardasha or something comes very little bit of challenging, then you will go through the biggest trouble in your life by losing your job, because this is where Saturn is becoming powerless. It will not be able to help you at all in this next 1 month. So from 11th of February till 18th of March, actually till 20th of March, you have to be careful. It is a time to, your career goals and ambitions that you have to make sure that you speak about it. Make sure that you how do I say, make sure you acknowledge your opportunity that you already have in your hand, rather than people are always talking to me in my appointments that I am fed up with this job, I want a new one. Everyone is fed up in their job. How can you, job is not a pleasant thing to do. Job is always stressful, it will always be stressful, everyone. But how, what now, then comes the few what do you say, instances of Osho, Rajneesh Osho. He said that happiness is in your hands only. Either you can be crying and becoming happy, either you can be being happy and crying. It completely depends on you, yourself, your emotion. The more expectations you keep, the more disappointments you will get in your life. Zero expectation, everything will be a surprise and a blessing to you. Start practicing this and see how things turn out to be. Now, on a positive side, the aspects of Saturn will start showing very good results during this time. Especially the third aspect of Saturn is on your 12th house of expenses, losses, trouble, enemies, secret enemies. If there were big expenses that were supposed to happen, uh, see, expenses might happen for recreational purpose. Okay, it might happen for some kind of buying some products or some kind of things related to recreation. That can happen. The aspect is on the fourth house. There can be some kind of fourth house, that is inner peace, happiness. There will be someone in your life who can bring a lot of happiness to you. Some kind of some person, like maybe your mother or parents or someone coming to your house, brings a lot of happiness to you. This is what can happen. And Saturn aspecting the seventh house, the 10th aspect on the seventh house, means that status wise, there is a chance that if you were supposed to be, look, if your dasha and antardasha is very positive right now, okay, then there is a chance that if you're looking for some kind of status reversal, that means maybe some higher status in your life you want to gain, you will be having that clean place to go and make a place, or make a position for yourself. This is what Saturn combust. Even being in negative state, it will try to do the best ever thing it can for Taurus ascendant people, because this is the sign where Saturn loves you the most. Those who are Taurus ascendant people should not get scared of Saturn or Sati or things like that. Nothing at all, because Saturn is in love with you. Saturn is in love with Venus. Because even having the status of God, Venus was given the responsibility by Lord Shiva to be the gurus of Daityas. He never ever complained about it. He always stood for the right of the demons. So that means he was very true to his given, what you say, his given task by Lord Shiva. He did it very well, and whoever does their task very well is the favorite of Saturn, Shanidev. And Taurus people are supposed to be the one who always make their task priority and do it very well. That's why you are the loved one of Saturn. And during this time, just make sure that you have long term vision and sense of purpose in your acts, in your karmas. That is going to bring benefit. As soon as Saturn comes out of combustion, it will say, okay, let me see what happened here in the last month. And it will see, oh wow, without my support, you did this. Now you are mature enough to go to the next level. And Saturn puts you up. Very logical. It is in front of you. I'm not making any story. Just imagine, just use logic and see that what is supposed to be happening. Okay. All the best, Taurus ascendant people. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. Those who are watching the video for the first time, I see many people come and go, and they want to be hidden. So you can subscribe. In fact, if you want to have an appointment, everything is very discreet. We do not disclose anyone's names and stuff like that. So it's very discreet. So you can also get in touch for an appointment. All the best. For Gemini ascendant people now, Saturn here loves you the most, because he has given his Mool Trikon sign as your destiny point, as the point of your destiny in your chart. It also means that all the profit that you're supposed to get from your partnerships and things like that is also ruled by Saturn, the 8th house. Sudden events in your life, where we talk about sudden ups and downs, or the occult, or the faith of you, is also ruled by Saturn. So that means Saturn can never be very wrong for you. It's always going to be very good. And whenever Saturn is the owner of Dushtana, that means 6, 8, or 12, it is a positive sign for you. So Gemini ascendant people, Saturn is going to get combust on 11th of February, especially in your ninth house. Ninth house is the house of destiny, dharma, house of your father, house that is related to pilgrimages, house that is related to belief system, spirituality, your guru. These are the things that are related with the ninth division of your birth chart. Now here, you will have complete discipline and focus that you will need to dive into your intellectual pursuits or spiritual beliefs, higher education. It will lead, this time may lead for profound personal growth and insight, because there will be no biased, thought process. It will be completely focused on something. Clear mind is what is happening with Gemini ascendant people. Remember, Saturn, wherever it will sit, it will become cool, make their house very cool, chilled out. It is a cool planet, chilled out. But wherever it aspects, it will start giving you results there. It will say, okay, wherever I'm sitting, my throne is in a very nice place. I'm just looking at what is happening in other areas. And it is looking at the 11th house of goals, higher goals, achievements, your social acquaintances, your colleagues, work colleagues, and things like that. If during this time you use your power and suppress other people or try to create difficulty for them, you will be able to succeed here. There is no problem. But as soon as Saturn comes out of combust mode, it will give you the right lesson that is required. So that is the place we have to be careful. Secondly, if you do any kind of unethical practice to achieve your goals during this time, because your destiny will be at effect, right? Your destiny lord has gone combust, but that means there is a free hand, there is no discipline. That area is completely free now. So you will be able to mold your destiny and go towards unethical practice also. Again, Saturn will catch you. If you do falsehood, because Saturn is aspecting the third house of communication, if you do falsehood, false communication, again trouble. But on the other hand, Saturn aspecting the third house can make sure that your personal belief system will come to complete conclusion that yes, this is my belief system and how my belief system should be. On the second level, or personal interest things related to your hobbies can become very prominent during this time. Maybe you can even pursue them as what you say, your career. Saturn aspecting the sixth house here. Sixth house, the house of daily work, routine, discipline, especially the house that is very, very important for Saturn. That is where, if you go out of discipline in your workplace, if you go out of trouble, or if you become enemy of other people for no reason, right now you will be able to win it. In fact, win till 17th, 18th of March. But later, when Saturn comes into right power, it will then show you its wraith. So what is supposed to be done is that the third aspect of Saturn on the 11th house, make sure that your higher goals are achieved with your dedication, with your logical thinking, with ethical behavior. The communication that you're supposed to do is going to be excellent during this period. You're going to get so many good opportunities. But this means that make sure that these opportunities are also by not cutthroat situation, that do not kill other people to rise above them. And anything that is to do with enemies, your workplace, their discipline has to be maintained to get good results. I hope I am very, very clear. Everything is in front of you. Saturn is sitting in the ninth house. Okay, it is going to compass. That means the Bhagya Lord is completely blacked out. It is sleeping now. Now, if Bhagya Lord is sleeping, what are you doing? You are now awake. That my Bhagya is sleeping now, what do I need to do? Then you will do all kind of practices to make sure your destiny works for you. But only thing is that practices will work also. Only thing is that just be ethical. There is no other thing that has to happen. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. You can click on it and personally we can talk about your chart and your placement of the planets. If there is any new people who are watching, and many repeat people who are watching have not subscribed, in the name of Saturn and for helping us to achieve our goals as well, do subscribe so that I was watching, my daughter watches all small kids, they make all these viral videos, vlog videos and all. So they say that if you love your mother, really love your mother, do subscribe. If you don't subscribe, then you don't love your mother. So she's like, Papa, I subscribe. I said, why? Because they're saying if you don't love your mother, if you don't subscribe, then it will be bad. I'm like, no, they're just making it up so that you subscribe. So that is the kind of approach people are taking nowadays for subscription. But yes, that is motivation, right? Once you see good subscribers, you say that I have more power, more work to do. All the best, all the Gemini ascendant people. Thank you. Moving on to Cancer ascendant people. Now, 8th house is the house of your transformation, sudden ups and downs, and thinking about something very deep rooted in your heart, in your life, something that is very, very hidden. This is the 8th house. Now, this placement may offer everyone, all the Cancer people, an opportunity to confront and overcome deep-seated emotional patterns or psychological barriers. This will help you lead greater inner strength and resilience, especially something that is deep in your heart. This is the time to bring it out and talk about it very, very openly. Number one. Secondly, this is the house where sudden ups and downs happen, and where a planet like Saturn in Dushtana, very nice placement for Saturn. It becomes combust. That means there will be no sudden events in your life. Everything will be going okay, 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 okay. So there cannot be something suddenly going bad for you, because it cannot. The Saturn is completely powerless. So till 18th of February, 18th of March, everything is cool. But what does this time tell you? This time tells you to dig inside, deep, deep into your heart. Especially Saturn, wherever it sits, it makes a very cool zone for itself. But wherever it aspecting in the 10th house, making not cool zone for the career area. Here, if there is any hidden agenda that you have, or any hidden thoughts that you have regarding your career, you have to be very vocal about it, because you are going to gain from it. Saturn's debilitated aspect it will be of no use here. Like Saturn will completely combust. It is powerless, so it will not do anything harm. So best is to use this time to do good for yourself. Saturn aspect on the second house related to your finances, related to your family. If there is any financial thing that you are hiding something with your family, if there is any financial thing that you're hiding from your partners, or if you want to speak about some financial opportunity or investment or losses that you have done, you have to be very vocal about it during this time, because Saturn is combust. There will be no sudden ups and downs. It will be just subdued. If you have done any big problem, taken any big step in speculation, because especially all the Saturn is aspecting your fifth house of children, speculation, education. In this area, you will see a sudden success also, because Saturn is not giving its negative effect wherever it is looking at the moment. So honestly, Cancer ascendant people will have a great time, especially related to their desires, their emotional patterns and barriers are going to be, uh, you know, get ease, like Shanti, relax. You will get, okay, man, this was in my heart. I spoke it out. I am done. So this is what is required. If there is anything in the heart, speak it out. Make sure that you don't have any kind of baggage on your head. Okay? So there is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. Those who are watching us regularly, those who want to be discreet and don't want to share their identity and subscribe, that's also okay, no problem. But if you want to, if you will get into more into what you say, spirituality day and day, so subscribe to us, because we bring a lot of stories related to Vedic cultures and things like that, which will help us understand these planets and the karma, the karmic pattern of the life very smoothly, so that we can live a better life and finally attain moksha and go away from this place and say that thank you God, never ever I want to come back. Okay, all the best. Moving on to Leo ascendant people. Now Saturn is supposed to be enemy for Leo ascendant people, because it is a maraka as well as the sixth house lord. But when we talk about the Lagna lord, that is Sun, going very close to Saturn, especially in the seventh house, aspecting its own sign, and when it is very close here, not even entered the sign of Leo, but still it is going to make Saturn combust. That means powerless. What does this mean? It means that because Saturn may delay things related to where it sits, because it cooled down, chill, aram se, like real relax. I will relax and do it. That is what Saturn, wherever it sits, it does that, because it has other work wherever it is aspecting. So here, Saturn combust can help you cultivate more meaningful and enduring partnerships, teaching the importance of commitment, loyalty, and mutual support in relationship. This is the time that you will be on your own, not guided by anyone, to take decision in partnerships. And these decisions will prove to be very beneficial for you, because I feel that for Leo ascendant people, Lagna Lord coming into the seventh house will enhance the partnership to a very, very good extent. So partnership people, those who are in partnership or partnership business, is going to be very good. Those who are wanting some kind of designation or some kind of achievement related to their promotion or something, it is a positive time, because Saturn sitting 10th from the 10th is completely going to be chilled out, relaxed. It is not going to react. On the other end, Venus will be making its progress towards getting exalted by March of 31st. So Venus will come to your 8th house, the 10th house lord in the 8th house. Suddenly there will be elevation in your career. So things in the future looks very positive, but it completely depends on the action that you take right now during this period. Now, where is Saturn aspecting? Saturn is aspecting in the 9th house for you. 9th house is the house of your belief system. So during this time, your belief system can be or could be challenged. What does this mean? This means that you have to be self-aware and take self-decision on what kind of belief system do you want to follow. Your destiny might suddenly start working for you because Saturn was putting a debilitated aspect there. Because Saturn is now combust, its aspects, its aspects also become weak, and Jupiter sitting in that house will enhance your luck suddenly. Oh, see, Saturn getting combust is more positive than negative. And some people on YouTube, I was listening to few astrologers. They are just Rohitji, putting out fire and poison on internet so that people can consult them because they will get scared. So no, it is logical. Na? Think about it. Power. Saturn, negative planet here in Leo ascendant, becomes powerless. What can it do? It cannot do any harm to you. What is it trying to say? That okay, the good aspects that I bring to your life, discipline, do not leave that. Make sure you're disciplined. Make sure you don't become more egoistic during this period, because Sun will come in the seventh house, aspect the first house of your own self. So self confidence is okay, but overconfidence is bad. It will be
Akashji,
aspecting the yeah, Rohit.
Akashji, your job as astrologer and the doctor's job is the same. There is a medical term called, which you just talked few minutes back, placebo effect. Placebo effect. What is that? If you tell something wrong and something, scary thing to people, he will think like this and things will happen like this. But you did the right thing, you are doing the right thing. What you are doing, you are telling about the positive things of Saturn. Placebo affect the people to grow in this difficult situation also. So astrologer and doctor has no different jobs, same things. Doctor who said, oh, how you will survive, you have this problem, and patient says, oh, I will not survive and die. And the patient come and doctor say, oh, nothing happens, you will be okay, take this medicine and you will know, you will be okay. And he suddenly gets okay. So I think CCTV camera is not on for people only, for astrologers also this CCTV camera is on.
Those who will do unethical practice, those who will go into unethical zone, their family will get destroyed. Number one, there will be no prosperity. There will be always struggle in their life. In fact, they will be the one. Like I know one astrologer, Rohitji, a very good friend of mine, by the way. I feel bad to call him friend. So I gave him few. I was not doing astrology for 1 year, 2 years back. I took a break from astrology. I'll not do. I got him into my life and said, okay, let's do. Being ethical is right. So I am an ethical. I don't want to cheat anyone by selling them stones and stuff like that. So he's like, oh, you know what? I have this 2 lakh rupees ruby. I will sell it. This, that. You make this commission out of it. You get me clients from Canada and things like this, that. I stopped only communicating with him because the thing is that okay, short-term money gain is very, very good and very pleasant also. I suddenly get 1 lakh, 2 lakh rupees. Very nice. I can buy something in there. But that money is coming from sorrow. It is coming from someone's belief and someone's sorrow. Someone is scared and they're spending it. So that is not how money should come to you. I make sure that ethically it should come. I give lot of hard work whenever I'm doing a chart reading. Lot of hard work I put in to explain their chart and go deep into their analysis and things like that. So for that, yes, I am expensive. I will charge expensively, yeah, because premium is premium. But I am generous also. If there is somewhere which I feel that oh no, I should not charge anything, I will not charge. So it depends on the approach that you're getting. Some people write on my WhatsApp. Samantha tells me that some people write that I have gone to 12 astrologers, they did not able to find it. Now coming to you, if you can find it, we will pay. I am not here to give some test to you guys. I am not here to give. I have my precious time, and those who value it, I will value it back. Simple. Earlier, I used to be very generous and say, okay, everyone, okay, okay. But then it affected my health and my family life. So after that, I decided, no, Rohitji, ethically, what is right is right. And if you can, you should. If and I feel that everyone who's coming to me, out of 6 billion people on earth, God is making me an instrument to tell something to them. So that is why ethicalness is the biggest thing that everyone should follow. And same for Leo ascendant. I am also Leo ascendant. Ethical. This is a time that you can become overconfident that I am great, man. I did this. You are no one man. You are just an instrument of God who is doing this. Now, I was talking about Saturn's aspect on the fourth house. It's going to make sure that in your home area, there will be some pleasant things that can happen. Either some kind of religious activity, either some kind of puja, either some kind of, you know, construction, either some kind of auspiciousness will come to your house in simple sense. So embrace it. Embrace good time also. Embrace bad time also. Learn from bad time and do not repeat the same mistake in the good time. Simple as that. So there is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. If you want to discuss your chart, you're more than welcome. You can talk to Samantha and book an appointment. Those who are watching the video for the first time and continuously watching but not subscribing, so again, placebo effect. If you don't subscribe, no one will subscribe to you also in future. So subscribe and give us support so that we can make more and more videos for the betterment of humanity, for mankind, and for our personal development, growth, and cutting of karmas also. For Virgo ascendant people, Saturn is a very positive planet, owner of the fifth house. Whenever Saturn will be the owner of the fifth house, sixth house, Dushtana, fifth house, it becomes a very pleasant thing, because Saturn in negative houses can give you the best results, and that's why Saturn becomes Mool Trikon here in the sixth house for you. This is the house of enemy, which is the house of trouble, which is the house of daily routine, which is the house of legal cases, which is the house of hospitals, diseases that you inherit from your childhood. This is everything that Saturn is sitting, like Saturn rules these things in your life. Now, these placement will, right now, Saturn becoming combust will encourage you to streamline your daily routines and habits, empowering you to achieve greater efficiency and effectiveness in work and personal life. Now, why? Just imagine the most powerful planet who owns this house. Like, for example, you are 5 people living in one house. Suddenly, the head of the family, the father who's very strict, sleeps now. Now, what happens? 4 other people will say, let's have fun, man. Father is sleeping. So they will start having fun. They will first go to the cupboard, open the wine casket, get little bit wine, and first have it and say, oh, nice. Now it is time for having some dance party and all. So everything is happening, but there is a small camera on the top which is recording everything. Huh? And father has access to it. In the morning, father gets up and opens that camera and says, oh, in the night, 4 people were there total. One guy is sitting and studying very nicely. In sitting studying very nicely, other 3 people are partying, doing all mischiefs, not interested in anything. Because I was sleeping, they took wrong advantage of my weakness. So what will father do? Father will punish all the 3 people, and the one who is studying will be rewarded automatically, because it is his good deeds, right? Exactly, that is what Saturn is doing here. Saturn is your father. He is sleeping right now. If in this area of daily routine, habits, workplace, enemies, things like that, if you behave in a nice, positive manner, because you will have free will during this time to do whatever you want, Saturn, whenever it wakes up, it will benefit you. But if you do anything wrong in these areas, when Saturn wakes up, it will take, like, every note that it has done, every footage that it watches, and tick marks your mistakes. It will take or try to teach you a lesson for each and everything. Simple as that. I'm trying to explain because it is logical. It is nothing like as illogical. It is in front of you. I am not making it up. Just logically think, if you are a little bit intelligent, that what Saturn is doing. Now, same way how Saturn is sleeping, the aspects of Saturn are also sleeping right now. So Saturn's aspect that is goes on the 8th house, which was causing a lot of trouble and struggle and long-term effect of your enemies that was coming on you, will now suddenly subdued. There will be a great silence from the enemy side. You will feel that, okay, the war is done, that the thing is taken care of. But no, it can suddenly come up. What you need to do during this period is make sure that the war is ended. Make sure that everything is peaceful. Get confirmation. That is what you need. Secondly, it is also the house of shared resources, anything related to inheritance. Now, if unethically you're trying to achieve something, this is the right time for you to achieve unethically. But later on, it will give you very bad, difficult, effects. Especially not in the area. You will get money. Money will come to you. But what you have done, you have destroyed. Because of that money, you have destroyed some other good karmas that you accumulated. So what happens is that good karmas is now destroyed. Bad karma will be starting to show up in your life. and bad karma will start to give you results. So that is where we have to be careful ethically. If there is any kind of inheritance, any kind of court cases, trouble where you know that you are wrong, you just framed the other person, you need to now, this is the time, back out from it, so that when Saturn wakes up and says, wow, you have done such a beautiful job, I have to give you a reward for it, that kind of effect should happen. Saturn aspecting on your 12th house. If there is any relation with foreign countries, anything where foreign, you're waiting for some kind of foreign investment or foreign approvals, this is the time you may get such kind of thing. Because it is also aspecting the third house of your courage, of your personal interest, of communication. So your communication will be very effective during this period, and in your country as well as internationally, your communication can be very powerful. So make sure that everything is done in proper ethical manner during this time, because Saturn being combust means just your father is sleeping right now, you don't have to do any mischief. Do go by the rules, do very nice. When he wakes up, he will give you very good results, or if you do mischief, he will trouble you. Simple as that. I think this is the most simplest way I can explain ABCD. So there is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. Those who want to check their chart in detail, they can also come and discuss their chart. And there is a WhatsApp link, as well as those who are not subscribed can subscribe, so that we can grow with you and bring positivity, keep bringing positivity to the universe. For Libra ascendant people, now here Saturn is the most yoga karka planet ever for you. Saturn getting combust in the fifth house, now here you have to approach creative projects, your romantic, pursuits with great sense of purpose and dedication, rather than, because see, I was explaining for the Virgo ascendant people that father is sleeping right now. So you can do two things: either come in discipline and do your homework and sleep, or either come into mischief and say that nothing I'm doing, I'm just having fun, and father gets up and again punishes you. So it is in your hand. Here, this is the house that rules, that completely rules your romance, creative efforts, your startups, your what we say, children, what kind of children you will get, what kind of happiness you get from children, what kind of education you will do, how will be your education. So this is that area of your life. Now this is where, now this is also the area of gains from mother and motherland. How, like those people who say, should I go to foreign country or no, they have to see their fifth house. If fifth house has a very positive planet, or like for Libra ascendant people here, if the fourth house lord is in the fifth house, exactly like this in your birth chart, then you will do more good in your home area rather than foreign country. So this is also another thing. But also depends on many other factors. But I'm just giving an example. Here, leading, this sense of purpose that you will build in your creative, your romantic, and even with your children, will lead to manifestation of artistic and romantic aspirations, as well as those, see, romantic aspirations are only for, all the kids, the girlfriend, boyfriend, and things like that, okay? Because this is the house of starting of things. It is the start of love and things like that, and then it completely becomes a challenge. One, two, three. Third from itself comes the seventh house. It's a house of partnership. Then this becomes okay. This house, this relationship which started from the fifth house has to turn into official communication. That is where you sign documents and become partners. Because anything third from itself is communication. So this is the time when Saturn is giving you a free hand, completely sleeping, to make right decisions related to your children, related to your education, related to your love life, that you want to make it permanent or you want to completely stop it right now, and also things related to your startups and creativity, that if you want to be doing something else also, start something else also, ideas, your ideas will be crazily coming to your mind during this time, because it is going to be completely non-governed, not influenced by anyone. It is going to be clean, what you say, a clean pitch for you to come and play without any rules and regulations. That is what it means. Here, Saturn has aspects. So wherever Saturn sits, it makes a chilled out place. That's why wherever Saturn is coming, you will get very slow effects related to those houses. But wherever it comes and aspects, you will get immediate results as soon as it comes. So Saturn is aspect on your seventh house. So here, many of the relationships may be turning into, maybe turning into marriage. Many of the relationship maybe turning many of the children maybe going to a foreign country, or maybe achieving higher, bigger goals because of the 11th aspect of Saturn. Sorry, 7th aspect of Saturn on the 11th house. So your higher goals are also achieved. And in terms of wealth, your wealth is also going to increase because here Saturn is an extreme yoga karka planet, and becoming combust is a negative aspect, but in a positive way. Saturn is giving you free hand in the areas it aspect also, where it can create little bit obstacles on a larger scale. So your goals are going to be completely self-driven during this time. No luck is going to work for you. Your monetary benefits or things like increase in your bank balance is also going to be very self-driven. That you will say in the end that, yeah, you know, man, I achieved this, man. This is what I wanted to achieve and I got it. So that kind of energy and power is coming with Combust Saturn also, because it is extreme yoga karka, owner of Kendra and Trikona in your chart. So I would wish you all the best during this time. There is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. If you want to go towards it, you will be able to talk to me in a personal space where we can discuss your chart in detail. But other than that, there will be 25,000 views on this video, but there will be like 10 subscribers. So we want more subscribers, man. So I want you to subscribe because you are the favorite ascendant. Now, many people are smiling because I did so many appointments, Roji, and they are like, sir, when you say Libra ascendant is my favorite, we feel very nice. And honestly, they are my favorites. I do puja of them. They are so favorite of mine. Libra ascendant people. All the best. Do subscribe and do love us back. We love you too. Scorpio ascendant people. Now, Saturn here is the owner of the third house of hard work and the fourth house of inner peace. So, what does this simply convert into? That after hard work comes peace and happiness for you. Now, this is the house of emotional security. That is why, who is the one who can give us emotional security? Number one person in the life, the first person in the life who can give us emotional security is the mother. That is why this house has been dedicated towards mother and the energy of mother. Saturn here getting combust, that means Sun will be very close, very closely conjunct with Saturn here, and as soon as it enters into closely 15 degrees of any other planet, it makes them vanish. Here, Luigi, now Saturn is in Mool Trikon, exactly at 13 degrees and I think 27 minutes is where Saturn is on 11th when it is getting combust. So Saturn is Mool Trikon. That means a Mool Trikon, it is starting to supposed to give you very good results. But now it is the nature, it is the way of God to work. So father is supposed to now decide that out of my 3 children today, who is going to get the most inheritance. Got it? I try to understand what I'm trying to say. Father is now going to decide. Before that, father says, I will give final task to all my 3 kids, and that is related to I will stop speaking or talking or scolding or doing anything them, and I will go for 1 month to a pilgrimage, not come back from there for a month. So what it does, it says, okay, but while I'm going, I still want to keep an eye on them, that what they are doing. Since I will be on pilgrimage, I will not be able to keep an eye because I will be busy myself, or in completely busy. So what I will do, I will put a small camera in the house and see that how these kids are acting up, who is doing the best, who is taking care of the house, who's making sure that daily things should be done. And Saturn, father moves away, and all the 3 kids are now free in their own free will. Either they can maintain the house, they can destroy the house, they can study, they can work, or they can just have party, fun, everything like that. So one father returns from the pilgrimage, he opens up his laptop, he goes through the CCTV footage and sees that, oh my God, this is what they have done. But one of my kid has done such beautiful thing. Like all the mess that other kids created, he tried to solve it. He tried to clean the house. He tried to make sure that everything is very good. Exactly, that is what Saturn is doing. He's going into sleep right now and giving you free hand to do anything, any kind of improvement in your home and family life. Into building inner peace for you. That inner peace can come either from hatred or either come from love. That it depends on your energy, what you want to invoke. So it is now, this is a time of judgment. When Saturn wakes up again, that means Saturn comes out of combustion, it will say that, okay, let me go back and just rewind and see what have you done when I was not giving you much power. How have you utilized your free will? And then it will come and punish you if you have done anything wrong. It is very logical. Just think about it in this way. I know many other astrologers are putting a lot of poison on YouTube that, oh, this is going to happen, you're going to die, and accident, your home, your mother is going to die. One is saying that your mother may, if she's going through any critical illness, they will, this is the time that Saturn will take them away. This is also what people are saying. So, stupidity. Anyways, just understand logically. That is why the meaning of presentations, putting so much hard work and writing it also together with it, showing it to you that where it is sitting, to bring you out of misconception of hatred, to bring you into the conception of adjustment, of how you adjust your free will in this universe. Now, there will be this placement can foster a deeper sense of connection and security within Scorpio people, ascendant people, in the home and family life, providing a solid foundation from which they can pursue their goals and ambitions. And why goals and ambitions? Because here Saturn is aspecting two major houses: the sixth house of daily work routine, workplace, discipline. That means this is a time you will be 100% responsible in your own way for discipline in your workplace. And where Saturn's aspect also becomes weak, so you will be able to prosper here. Saturn's aspect on the 10th house. 10th house is the house related to your goals and ambitions, bigger ambitions and career, that this is what I want to become. Yeah, 11th house is the house of goals, but 10th house is also the house of setting up the goals. 11th house is achievement of goals. Okay, so here that is what it means. And the aspect also goes on the lagna, that is the first house, saying that how you discipline and how much your effort you put during this period, because Saturn wants to see your usage of free will in the right direction. I hope you understand what I'm trying to explain. So don't get into fanatic written documents which say that, oh, you're going to destroy, Saturn is going to be very weak and it will withdraw all the energy. It is going to withdraw all the energy. So that means understand Saturn is a malefic planet. The role of Saturn is to give you sorrow always. But this planet is going to sleep, so there will be no sorrow in your life. So make sure that this time is the most important time for you to personally self-develop, or self-development, and understanding right ethical practices, as well as putting the right energy in the right place. Especially in the home area. Not a very good time to buy or sell property, so hold on to that. Not a good time to buy or sell vehicles, also hold on to that, because this is a time that you can make wrong decisions. You need little guidance when it comes to fixed assets and when it comes to liquidating any assets. So be careful about those areas. But there is a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. You can go there, book your personal appointment, and I will be very, very extremely happy to help you and make you understand your chart in detail about how your planets Mahadasha, Antardasha are giving you the effect. Sagittarius ascendant people, Rohitji. Now, the combust of Saturn is happening in the difficult house. It is the third house for them. Now here, especially without communication in our life, there is nothing, there is no achievement at all. We have seen everything. This is the house of communication, your siblings, your neighbors, your personal interests, short distance travels and things like that. Now here Saturn is getting combust, means Saturn is going out of power. Saturn here rules for Sagittarius and people the second house of wealth and the third house of communication and hard work, which clearly indicates that only and only hard work will be the source of income for Sagittarius ascendant people. Now here, Saturn getting combust encourages Sagittarius individuals to communicate their ideas and beliefs with clarity and conviction, empowering them to inspire others and effective positive change in their communities. This is what is required for them to do during this time. Now understand, Saturn is just like a planet. Like in this special house, it is Mool Trikon. Mool Trikon completely means that in the most comfortable position. Everyone takes Mool Trikon in a very wrong way. Everyone thinks that Mool Trikon, the software says that it is very good. The what do we say? The book says that it is very good. It is not that good. Any Mool Trikon or exalted means that planet has come to a little bit of relaxation. So you come home and you are completely relaxed, and suddenly I tell you, oh, there is a problem in the leakage in the bathroom. Go and look at it. You'll say, no, man, I don't want to do it, because you're in Mool Trikon. You're in a lot of comfort. You don't want to go out of your comfort zone. That is what happened with planets also. Now, this is the time that your Mool Trikon planet will go out of comfort and get into a non-comfort zone. It will be a little bit, combust means it will be powerless during this time. And when a Mool Trikon planets become powerless, especially it will be at 13 degrees and some minutes during this time, 11th of February onwards. And till the time it goes off completely, it will go at 24, I think 22 or 24 degrees. And then it will become retrograde also, come back in degrees. So this is how Saturn acts actually. Here, third house is the house of your communication, and especially this is the area where you have to be the most careful in, because this is the time you will not be guided by Saturn to do communication. You will be on your own. So this communication can either destroy you or either make you. Especially communication, this is special communication related to if you are talking a lot of things about your personal beliefs, about your spirituality and things like that. This is where you have to be careful. You cannot force your ideas on other people. What is it saying? That during this time, ideas and beliefs with clarity and conviction. Okay, so you have to have clarity and conviction before speaking them, because you just cannot speak out on the blue. So Rohit, I was listening to one very good video yesterday. Um a girl is saying that in India all the minorities have done this and that and this and that, and they should be removed from this country. They should go to neighboring countries and stuff like that. The other guy, who was a minority guy, he said that, okay, so between you and me, you are a pure Deshbhakt, right? So she said, yes, I am a Deshbhakt. Look at my Tiranga on my body and this and that. I said, okay. I will sing Vande Mataram. You also sing Vande Mataram, and let's see who finishes it. The girl who was acting as a Deshbhakt could not even sing 2 lines of Vande Mataram. She like Vande Mataram, Vande Mataram. Then she's like, what next? And the other guy, who was a minority, spoke everything. He said, just because we are minority does not mean that we are weak and we do not respect the country. And we also have respect for the country. Same way, the other person, what they were trying to do, they were trying to put their belief system in a community, in the area, saying that, okay, this person is bad, rather than not looking at your own self, that you don't know anything and you are going towards being a Deshbhakt. Deshbhakt is someone who can be any kind of culture, religion, any minority, but they will have proper, devotion towards the nation. Same way, this is the time Saturn is telling you to be properly devoted when you're talking to other people, and with logic, with conviction. Otherwise, don't do it. You will be in trouble. Because this is the house of communication. Your communication can lead to fight, problem, trouble, and this fight can happen in your children, with your loved one, in the area related to your father. Because see, Saturn is aspecting your fifth house of love, romance, children. So children, love, romance, this is the place that it can affect. Secondly, Saturn is also aspecting your ninth house. So people of religious beliefs, people of fanatics, people like father of yours. There it can be doing some kind of thing. And also it is aspecting the 12th house with the 10th aspect. So that means that if you are working in a foreign country, if you are in a foreign placement right now, here also in your office area, in the work area, you have to be absolutely balanced in communication, not to make any kind of judgment or any kind of argument for something that is really not important. Because mostly 99% of the places, people with non-importance of trouble, of non-importance of topics, bring trouble to them. Three friends are drinking, and suddenly one says that Hanuman is God. They say, no, this is God. No, that is God. And they fight, and then everything goes into garbage, their friendship and everything. Because the thing is that you are trying to impose your belief on other people, which is not required. During this time, because Saturn is not pleasant, so your short distance travel can become little bit of challenge. Like there can be little bit challenge in that area related to short distance travels. So if short distance travels can be avoided, it is for your betterment. That will be a positive thing to do. So hopefully, I feel, and I In also one more thing, because the second house lord is in the third house in progression and gets combust, so family life can also be a little bit disturbed during this time. That means only because of illusion. Illusion means that okay, you get to hear some communication which is not with someone says that is true. You don't know it is true or no, because third house is the house of hearing also, hearing things. Saturn getting combust, that means your hearing ability of negative things or non of things that are uh, that cannot be judged or should not be judged. You will hear those things during this time. So be use your wit. This is the time to use your free will rather than use your destiny. This is the time to use your free will and make right decisions by your brain, not by your heart or emotionally. Okay. So WhatsApp link is in the description for personal appointments. Those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe. There is what do you say? There is very positivity that comes to our life once you subscribe. So share this positivity. It will be a great good gesture from your side. Moving on to Capricorn ascendant. Now Capricorn ascendant is one of the best ever ascendants in the world, especially 2024 January onwards. It is one of the best ascendant because I have been outnumbered. Rohit ji, my daughter, Rohit ji's daughter, everyone is now Capricorn ascendant. But here, if you see the placement of the Leo, the sign Leo, it is the eighth house. That is the sun is in the eighth. Sun is the eighth house lord here. That means lord of certain ups and downs. So this is how we try to understand that who is enemy and who is not. Okay. So here sun is supposed to be an enemy sign for Capricorn ascendant people. Now, those people who are Capricorn, they have right now Saturn in the second house of family, finance, and things like fixed assets and things like your speech. This is where Saturn is sitting right now. Saturn is influencing wherever Saturn will sit. It chill out that place. That place is completely chilled. So that means you will be taking very necessary steps in terms of your family to maintain the balance. You'll be taking very necessary steps in terms of your finances, that how you want to manage your finances. You'll take very necessary steps in terms of your speech as well, that what to speak and how to speak. But from 11th of February onwards, Saturn here becomes combust. And a combust planet means planet is now completely powerless. So Saturn has gone to sleep. What is required now? Because Saturn's approach here comes into challenge. So you should have a more disciplined and responsible approach towards managing your finances, which will lead to a greater stability and security in the family affairs. Because of your speech, this is the time you can create trouble for your own self. See, positively, this is the time when Saturn becomes combust in the second house, give you more and more aspiration and more ideas, as well as more and more verbal speaking opportunities to make money. Because now there is no limitation or no, it is not going to be slow here in this area. It is going to be completely darkness is there, right? So you can run here. There is no problem. Saturn, when controlling, yes, it is controlling you. So you have to go slow. This is the time you go fast. But this fast also means that sometimes slow and steady wins the race, we say. And the fast rabbit and the tortoise, the rabbit, because it was fast, it said, okay man, no one is watching me, he's so slow, I will just sleep for some time. That should not be the case here. You should be acting very smart, fast, and do a lot of proper research, that what you want to do, because in that area also you're going to get success. Also, anything related to fixed assets or real estate, you should be avoiding during this period, not to sell, not to buy. That is something. Not to make big investments also. Yeah, you can do research about investments and invest after after Saturn becomes again, it comes into power, it comes into light, and it is not a combust anymore. But right now, no, you should not be thinking about big things like investments. Here, Saturn's aspects are very important. Saturn is aspecting on the third house. Here, this is the house of where it is put debilitated aspect. If your home was going, there was some kind of difficult problems in your home related to lot of negativity, trouble, problem. Here, it will create some kind of peace in that area because it is powerless. The aspect has no meaning here. Even if it is debilitated, it is going to improve these conditions, and this condition you have to maintain later. Saturn aspecting on your eighth house will make sure that your brain is completely now an analytical thinker, and lot of research kind of things you're doing. You will be taking it's really use of these occult sciences and things like numerology, vastu, and astrology to define your future and understand what is there in the next step for me. And also the goals, the bigger goals that you were trying to achieve, and you're not able to get any result out of it because Saturn is combust, it is powerless. The 10th aspect of Saturn also becomes very, very powerless on the 11th house. So you will gain from your career also during this time. Your goals will get complete. So it is a blessing in disguise, when Saturn becomes what you say combust. It is the time that it is watching very closely, like it is just watching, it is not doing any action. So if your actions are right, it will come and enhance those actions. If your actions are wrong, it will come and punish you. As simple as that. It is that father who is sleeping right now and waiting and just seeing that what kind of mess you create or what kind of beauty you create, and on basis of that you are going to get results when Saturn becomes again active on 18th of March and onwards. Okay, so positive time with little bit of caution. There's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. You can click on it and then we can discuss your chart in detail as well. Those who are watching the video for the first time, do subscribe, do comment and let us know your views about how our approach is towards planets. Do you think that this is the right approach, or do you want to listen to a little bit of more things that you have to let us know that these are the things that we need to listen to more and more. Okay, all the best. Have a great wonderful day, and embrace this time. Like, make sure that out of this little troublesome time, because Saturn is a guiding force in your life, you still make the most best out of it. Aquarius ascendant people, Roichi. Now, Saturn is combust in Aquarius from 11th of February 2024. Here, it is the Lagna Lord, the most affected sign in the 12 signs will be Aquarius ascendant people, because the Lagnesh, who is Mool Trikon, and Marrakesh, that is the 7th house Lord, extreme Marrakesh, is going to be entering, the Lagna, and it's going to enter on 15th, but before that it will combust. It will make sure that the Lagnesh becomes powerless. Now when your Lagnesh become powerless, you become you become guideless. There is no guide in your life, and when there is no guide, there is problem, or there is a possibility of taking wrong steps, wrong decisions. What we need to do is, here, see, we don't have a guide, but we have free will. We have the power of other planets, and we have the teachings, the past teachings of Saturn. It is just sleeping for some time. It is just sleeping around, like it is just saying that, okay man, I'm just sleeping for 1 month and don't come and wake me up. This is what is happening with Saturn. This placement, I think I made by chance Pisces. I came here, but okay. Aquarius. I think I pasted Rohiji Pisces here, other than Aquarius. Now, this is the time that your personality will be the number one area of your, what we say, a number one area where you should be focused on. Personality, especially that personality related to your decision making power, is going to be at stake. So the decisions that you are supposed to take from 11th of February till 18th of March have to be completely analyzed, maybe 2 times, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times, before you make any communication, before you make any commitment, before you sign partnerships document, before you write career yes or no. That this is very important, because look at the aspects of Saturn. It is going on the 3rd house of communication, 7th house of partnership, 10th house of career. So in these 3 areas, you have to be extremely careful. Now, in other signs, Saturn is trying to give them very, very awesome good results. But here, you are going to get results based on your past life. Past life means past time karmas, because it is also the owner of your 12th house. The accumulated spiritual wealth that you have accumulated during this time will also be given to you during this time when Saturn is combust. So that means your destiny, on the other hand, will be supporting you, rather than your rather than someone who's positively present in your chart, present in your life, will be little bit weaker, but your destiny, on the other hand, will be supporting you. If you see Saturn get combust here, so what happens is that some people who are very slow in their life, the approach is very slow towards making decisions. They will suddenly act up very to become very fast and immediately take actions, but that action has to be taken with lot of analytical thinking, not before that. Okay, your communication that you were supposed to be, or you were always delaying, now you will be able to do very fast communication, very immediate communication. But those that communication also has to come into the way related to, right approach, like ethical communication. You cannot be ruthless to other people, you cannot be evil to other people, because Papa is sleeping right now. Saturn is sleeping. When it gets up, it will say, okay, you were ruthless behind me, you did this and that, I will show you. In fact, in your partners also, if you talk about your partners, because Saturn is aspecting your seventh house, there's going to be a lot of improvement. That slow progress that you were seeing in partnership, getting the right with your spouse or with your business partners, getting the right energy out, here it will be suddenly quick. Things will be very quick for you. Suddenly very good things start happening. But the approach should be very ethical, as well as the same thing in your career area. Standstill career will suddenly move like rocket, because Saturn's aspect, 10th aspect, the aspect that makes it very slow, is completely dead right now. It will not do anything. You will get free hand in your career area, and you have to make sure that you yourself, how you maintain discipline during this time when you're not guided, which will be giving long-term effects. This time, what time happens, especially this is see, Saturn gets combust every year, Rohit. But this is a very special event. Almost, if we speak in 30 years, Saturn is getting combust in his Mool Trikon sign. So that is a very specific event. Yeah? So that is where it's fascinating to make videos, such videos like Saturn getting combust. So all the best, and hope that you do very well during this time. Take care of the things that I have mentioned here. WhatsApp link is in the description for personal appointments. You can click on it and you will be directed to the WhatsApp, and you can then book your appointment with us, and we will be able to help you in detail. Moving on, and subscribe, man. Aquarius Ascendant, you are the first one. I think most of the people who have subscribed to us are Aquarius Ascendant people. So if you have done, just write subscribe and Aquarius, so we know that you are also one of them. Now, Pisces Ascendant people, Rohitji, Pisces rising sign. Now, when we talk about Pisces, you may experience the impact of this Saturn in the 12th house. This is the house of your subconscious mind, spirituality, dealing with intuitions, institutions as well. That is like institutions that are bigger institutions like hospitals, bigger institutions like educational institutions, bigger institutions like, some place of like ashrams. Now, combustion, this time when it gets combust, it can intensify challenges or restrictions in the areas, prompting a need for introspection and disciplined spiritual practices. Now, in simple way, I will just explain you what is happening with you guys. Saturn here is the lord of the 11th house and the 12th house. That means it is the lord of gains as well as losses. So those people who are Pisces ascendant, and right now from the time Saturn has come to their 12th house and they are spending a lot of money, it is only because Saturn's energy here is about spending money, spending time. Those who have suddenly gotten involved into humanitarian work, it is the nature of Saturn coming into this house and putting you into some kind of charity and humanitarian work. Those people who have suddenly become very extremely spiritual, they don't know what the hell is happening. Their completely thought process has changed, mind has changed. People have quit non-veg. People have quit alcohol and come to become a little bit in the saintly manner. This is what Saturn is currently doing to you. Now, what is going to happen? This is the time Saturn is going to get combust. That means Papa is going to sleep. When Papa is going to sleep, what happens is that you say that now I'm free, man. I can do all the mischief, because when he's around, I cannot do anything. Here, that means those people who have started all these things can withdraw from these areas as well. They will say, okay, man, all this spirituality thing does not matter. Nothing happens. I don't believe in God. Nothing. And so what? There is no need for me to get up at 5 a.m. and do this mantra, this, that. That kind of emotions can come into your mind during this time. Withdrawal from spirituality, withdrawal from what we say, your Your subconscious will be more powerful than your mind during this time. Saturn here, combust, is going to remove you from the disciplined approach in the areas related to spirituality. Now, this is also the house of hidden enemies. This is also the time that because there will be completely darkness, you will not be able to understand who are your hidden enemies. Maybe the person who is always with you, trying to guide you and things like that. During this time, especially this time, you may smell some kind of some kind of betrayal there, that this person is actually not a well wisher, he's just putting me into wrong areas. So, and that is, those people are mostly genuinely friends, because you have quit alcohol and things, and when you go to parties they'll say, "Arey, take one, nothing happens." They are your enemies. They are putting you into the wrong mindset into your head. If you have quit, you have quit. So you have to now be determined on your own disciplinary action, that if this is done, it is done, I am not going back into it. Especially Saturn's, this combustion is going to be helping you very much in the area related to your finances, because of the third aspect of Saturn was in the second house. So losses will now calm down, because there is no power of Saturn here to give you losses. Your bank balance is supposed to increase during this time. That is a positivity. Saturn aspecting in your sixth house will make sure all the legal troubles, all the legal problem, or the problems in your workplace that you were going through, you may it may end, or it may turn into some positive news, that okay, there is not going to be any problem anymore. So that is positivity in that area. Saturn also aspecting the 10th aspect on your ninth house means that during this time the destiny is in your hands. Destiny, if by destiny things has to happen, uh, 50-50 it is, like it will happen also, it will be your effort also, that how much effort do you put. But if you put little bit effort also, your destiny will work for you, because the 10th aspect of Saturn on the ninth house means that the karma that you want to do will be done with the help of destiny. So it will be 50-50 approach. Destiny will be there 50%, 50% your karma. So overall, Saturn here, make sure that you are completely disciplined in the action, or the if we say, Rohiji, in the beginning of the year we make a lot New Year resolutions and stuff like that. You have to be very determined over your beliefs during this time, not to get into other people's influence. Otherwise, when Saturn gets up again, then it will say, okay, I brought you to so much things in so much time, and now you suddenly go like 300 steps behind. Again, I will now put whip on you and then bring you again. So that is what it is going to do. But overall, it is going to be a positive in terms of finances, in terms of workplace, and in terms of destiny. So there's a WhatsApp link in the description for personal appointments. I hope that if anyone wants any kind of reading, they can talk to me or Samantha, and they will book your appointment. On the other hand, do subscribe, so that you can become an integral part of our family. All the best. Luigi.
Yes, integral part of family. And Akash ji and me both doing so much hard work, making presentations, doing research, making videos, speaking for 1 hour and 30 minutes is not easy. So the CCTV camera of Saturn is on. We are doing hard work for you. You have to subscribe. CCTV camera is on. Thank you very much, all the family members. You are giving so much love. I see in comments. Thank you very much. Those who want to take personal consultation, they can, go to the scroll and you get the WhatsApp number and the mail ID. Send your details. Samantha will contact you and you will have a consultation. Otherwise, in a description box, there is a WhatsApp link. Click it, connect, and you will on the ACS to WhatsApp. Thank you very much. Keep blessing, keep sharing. Thank you, Akashji. Keep
Thank you.
researching, keep making videos, and
Thank you, Luigi.
we'll meet you in next video. Till then, Jai Shri Ram, Jai Hanuman, Jai Mata Di, Om Namah Shivaya.